What is the most devious prank you ever got away with? So this was back in my college days, and I had 5 roommates. Me and another roommate decided to play a little April Fools on the others. The other 4 would fight over this one chair all year long. It's my turn with the chair. That kind of childish activity coming from college students was annoying for the 2 of us who did not care about the chair. So my partner in crime and I decided to kidnap the chair one night. We hid it in the shed in the backyard. This shed was where we would smoke a lot of grass, and the best part was that the others didn't take substances, so they never went into the shed. Perfect spot. So, the next morning, when the other roommates were all more sober and awake, they realized that the chair was missing. They freaked out. It was like a super Catholic family discovering their 6 kids are gay. Then they found a note, saying that these comfortologists had been watching them through our massive front window and saw how much they were enjoying the chair and had to see how a chair could bring such joy. So, the comfortologist took the chair for examination. So a day or 2 goes by of these chaps losing their minds trying to figure out who they knew would take the chair and who on earth these comfortologists were. It first started with our immediate friends who were always over, but how would they take it if they always took the bus? Most of those friends are also not strong enough to lift 2 milk jugs, so how would they move a recliner? Then they started thinking it was our immediate neighbors, who also were college students. My roommates were afraid of accusing the wrong person, so they held off on confronting our neighbors. Meanwhile, my partner in crime and I started smoking more because now we had 2 beautiful, comfy chairs in the shed. It made playing games out there a lot more bearable. With every passing day, they got more and more crazy about who did what. My partner in crime and I were absolutely amazed that we didn't get blamed for it because on the night it went missing, we were the only 2 home, but we lived in the basement and said that we were too high and focused on gaming that we didn't hear anything. It amazed me that they searched the whole house, and when it came to the shed, they only asked me, "Is the recliner in there?" We are sure you would have said something if it was. Yeah, right, dog. Nah, it ain't in there, homie, only the plastic ones. Want one of those to substitute? I replied. Clearly, they didn't want to substitute. After a week of it missing, my roommates started considering calling the cops. My partner and I decided that we needed to end this before it went too far, and they did something really dumb. But how could we replace it? We came up with the plan that one of us would take them out for a night on the town, getting intoxicated as a normal college student would on a weekend or weekday. So, I decided to take the hit and take them out. The original plan was to just leave as a herd of cattle to head to the downtown core of our college town. But, as a bunch of college students with a good plan, it got foiled by one of the roommates not wanting to go out. To make it a little better, the others were going to meet me downtown. So, how do we get this guy out of the house so we can move the chair? We got him to pick up a pizza we didn't order. Moving the chair back into the house was even more of an adventure. As 2 stoner college students, we forgot how we got this massive recliner out of the house in the first place. Remember, it had to be fully reclined to fit in the doorway after removing the doors. This led us to execute on the second part of this elaborate prank. We took the doors off most of the rooms and moved them to the utility room. We put the chair in the bathroom. We also had to remove that door but put it back to hide the chair. My roommate, who bailed on going out, came back with pizza, furious that we didn't order anything, but being the smart guy he is, he came back with some. Somehow, he didn't see that we took most of the doors off on the main floor. I head out to meet the others downtown for a night of boozing. A couple of hours later, I got a call from my partner in crime. He tells me the roommate found the chair and is absolutely furious about how the heck this thing got back here. My roommate added a nice little touch, leaving a note on the chair saying the comfortologist came back after examining the chair for comfort and decided to take the liberty to study the amazing smooth doors we have. After I got off the phone with my partner, the roommate called the others, crying in fear, saying we needed to come home now. We stayed out a bit more boozing. We get another call from him saying he thinks the neighbors are screwing with us. This is where the best part happens. The others are convinced as well that the neighbors have done it, so when they get back from boozing, they all will come together and confront the neighbors. We got home at 2:30 a.m., absolutely inebriated. So, they decided to charge over to our neighbors. While they were doing that, my partner and I were in the backyard trying to hold our laughter as we heard everything transpire. The others came back and were livid as they ran through the house, screaming at each of the tenants beside us, trying to figure out who was messing with them. Clearly, none of them had any clue what was going on. All of the others except one are on the edge of bursting into tears of fear even more than they already were. 2 of them started to dial the cops, and that is when I broke and had to tell them that it was me and my partner in crime. They didn't take that too lightly, and a huge brawl broke out in our living room. I got stabbed with a screwdriver and smacked on the back of the head with a frying pan by 2 of them. I am pretty sure I got a concussion from that. I left them to figure out how to get the chair out of the bathroom, and to put the doors back on. It certainly made for an odd month of living with everyone, as everyone was on edge. Silence came to the house for the first time all year. It was nice. Sadly, I don't talk to any of these guys anymore, as all our lives have gone down completely different paths.